What happens when the rarest personality type meets the most powerful form of empathy? It's a combination so uncommon it blurs the line between gift and burden. INFJ Heyoka. Empaths walk a path few will ever understand, set apart by their uncanny insight, shaped by silent battles and misunderstood intelligence. You've likely felt it, an invisible line separating you from others, even as you see through them more clearly than they realize. Could these uncommon traits mean you're one of the rarest empaths of all? Keep watching, because when you discover the top sign, you'll see why nothing else compares. Some signs are subtle. Others are impossible to ignore, especially when it comes to the truth hiding behind someone's words. Before we start, please hit the like button, comment, and subscribe so you won't miss any of our weekly deep dives into the world of personality types. And if you are looking to achieve a deeper understanding of yourself and your personality type, click the link in the comments to take our favorite free personality test. Sign number 1. You can see through lies and deception instantly. Ever felt your chest tighten the moment someone's smile doesn't reach their eyes? For an INFJ Heyoka Empath, this isn't just suspicion, it's a silent alarm. You pick up on the smallest cues: a forced grin, a harmless white lie, a shift in tone that no one else notices. Your intuition and empathy combine to make deception feel almost physical, like a ripple in the air that you can't ignore. You don't just sense a lie, you absorb it. The motives, the discomfort, even the fear behind someone's words become part of you, almost as if you're carrying their hidden truth on your shoulders. It's not a talent you asked for. It's an instinct that never switches off. This constant awareness can feel isolating, especially when you long for the same honesty you give so freely. But this isn't the only way your rare wiring sets you apart. What happens when your mind refuses to follow the usual patterns and starts building worlds that no one else can even imagine? Sign number 2. You have an unusually creative and innovative mindset. For you, creativity isn't just about dreaming up ideas. It's a way of interpreting the world that challenges every assumption. You see patterns where others see noise, and you connect thoughts that most people never notice. In a room full of familiar answers, your perspective feels like a sudden shift in light, revealing new angles, new possibilities. When you share your solutions, they can feel disruptive, even radical. You're drawn to spaces where imagination matters: art, writing, or reshaping broken systems. Every insight you offer is charged with the emotional depth that sets you apart. But this gift can be isolating too. Sometimes your ideas seem too bold or unconventional, and you wonder if anyone will ever truly see what you see. But creativity isn't your only secret superpower. Humor holds its sacred magic. Sign number 3. You use humor to heal and uplift others. Some people crack a joke to break the tension. You do it to change the air in the room. Your humor isn't just entertainment. It's your way of lifting others out of heaviness, even when your own heart feels the weight. The Lakota and Dakota tribes called the Heyoka the sacred clown, using humor to heal and challenge norms. That spirit lives in you. You sense when laughter is needed, and you deliver it with uncanny timing, never forced, always tailored to the moment. It's not about hiding pain or masking emotion. Your jokes are gentle invitations, letting people breathe a little easier and see their troubles in a softer light. You can walk into a room thick with anxiety and, with a single quip, loosen the knots in someone's chest. Your humor isn't just a shield, it's medicine, turning sorrow into relief, tension into trust. Next, you'll see how mirroring emotions can feel like holding up someone's soul to the light. Sign number 4. You mirror people's emotions to help them understand themselves. What if your silence could speak someone's deepest fear? As an INFJ Heyoka Empath, you mirror people's emotions in an almost involuntary way. It isn't something you plan or perform. Your presence alone reflects whatever others carry inside. Anger, joy, even the insecurities they try so hard to hide. All of it rises to the surface when they're with you. This natural mirroring becomes a kind of emotional feedback, showing people the actual impact of their words and actions. Sometimes you reflect a friend's hidden frustration, and suddenly they're facing feelings they've long denied. Or your calm reveals their restlessness, making them pause and consider what's going on beneath the surface. This rare gift doesn't just reveal pain, it can highlight forgotten strengths, inviting deep self-awareness and even healing. But holding up this mirror isn't easy. It can weigh on you, especially when what you reveal is met with discomfort or denial. And when you see the world's expectations at odds with your truth, you don't just stay silent. Sign number 5. You challenge social norms through unconventional behavior. When everyone else nods along, you notice the cracks in the foundation. Challenging social norms isn't a performance, it's your instinct. As an INFJ Heyoka Empath, you question traditions, hierarchies, and rules most people accept without a second thought. This urge comes from a place deeper than rebellion. You sense when a system fails to honor truth or fairness, and you can't help but push back. You might call out outdated routines at work or quietly refuse to follow life paths that never felt right. Sometimes your choices unsettle those around you. The world calls you too idealistic or too disruptive. But you know what's at stake. Real change only happens when someone is brave enough to break the silence. Your actions spark conversations others avoid, and your refusal to conform opens doors for new ways of thinking. And speaking of feeling others' cracks, nothing tests you more than walking into a crowded room. But we'll get there soon. Sign number 6. You experience intense emotional absorption from others. You step into a space and every emotion in the air lands on you. Sharp, heavy, impossible to ignore. For the INFJ Heyoka Empath, emotional absorption isn't a choice. It's a constant state. You don't just sense what others feel. You take it on, letting their joy, anxiety, or sorrow seep straight into your core. A single charged glance across the room can leave you carrying someone else's heartbreak for hours. This intensity can be overwhelming. You might feel drained after a simple conversation, or find yourself sorting through feelings that aren't even yours. The boundaries between your own emotions and everyone else's blur until you crave solitude, not for escape, but to remember who you are beneath the noise. If you need to press pause and catch your breath, consider subscribing. You're not alone in this. Yet this sensitivity gives you a rare perspective. It's the reason why, when you enter someone's life, everything starts to change. Sign number 7. You catalyze transformation in people's lives. You might not always know why people flock to you, but when they leave changed, they know you've been there for them. As an INFJ Heyoka Empath, you draw people in with a quiet gravity. It's never about showmanship. It's about asking the questions no one else dares to voice, listening in a way that makes others feel truly seen. You create a safe space where hidden truths rise to the surface, and suddenly, old patterns start to break. Picture a friend tangled in a toxic relationship. You listen, reflect their pain with empathy, and gently offer a new perspective. Days later, they find the strength to walk away. Or, someone stuck in self-doubt opens up to you, and your honest insight nudges them toward a dream they'd buried. These moments might seem subtle, but their impact lingers. But what about those flashes of premonition only you can claim? That's next. Sign number 8. You have prophetic or deeply intuitive insights. Ever had a gut feeling so sharp it felt like prophecy? For you, this isn't chance. It's a way of moving through the world. Your insights come from the collision of introverted intuition and raw empathy, giving you a clarity that borders on the uncanny. It's as if you read the patterns in people's words, their silences, the most minor shift in energy, and suddenly, you know what's coming before anyone else does. You might sense a friend's private struggle before they speak, or predict the outcome of a situation long before it unfolds. Others call it mysterious, but to you, it's the natural result of noticing what no one else sees. Details add up in your mind until the truth becomes impossible to ignore. Still, this gift can be isolating. You watch people dismiss your warnings or lean on your guidance, never quite understanding the weight you carry. Stick around to see why, even with this gift, you still feel like an outsider. Sign number 9. You feel like an outsider while being deeply connected to others. How do you stand in a crowd, feeling closer to souls than to bodies? For the INFJ Heyoka Empath, this paradox runs deep. You sense the ache behind someone's words, the hope in their silence, the truth beneath polite smiles. With every interaction, you hold a mirror up to the world, yet the more you understand, the more you feel set apart. It's a loneliness born not from lack of connection, but from seeing what most people miss. One-on-one, your depth draws people in, but in groups, the surface chatter can feel like static, disconnected from the raw honesty you crave. Small talk becomes a wall, and you find yourself searching for meaning in a sea of noise. It's easy to wonder if anyone will ever meet you at that level, or if you're destined to observe life from the edge. Still, this outsider's perspective offers its strange gift. It lets you find wonder in places others overlook, balancing depth with a spark that's impossible to pin down. Sign number 10. You balance wisdom with playful, childlike energy. You move through life carrying the weight of ancient wisdom and the lightness of a child's laughter. This is the INFJ Heyoka duality, where deep insight meets playful, unexpected energy. You might offer a friend a piece of advice that lands with the gravity of lived experience, then, without missing a beat, break the tension with a mischievous grin or a perfectly timed joke. In one breath, you're the old soul guiding others through their storms. In the next, you're inviting them to dance in the rain. This seamless shift from profound to playful is what makes you magnetic. People come seeking your perspective, but they stay because your spirit refuses to be weighed down. You remind them that even amid life's hardest lessons, there's room for wonder, for joy, for a moment of levity that heals what words alone cannot. And this blend of old soul and playful spirit leads us right into our final takeaway. Being an INFJ Heyoka Empath means navigating a world most people never see, where rare insight and deep empathy collide. You walk a path shaped by self-awareness, silent battles, and the responsibility of holding up a mirror no one else dares to lift. These traits set you apart, sometimes leaving you on the outside, but they also spark transformation in every life you touch. If these traits resonate with you, please share your thoughts in the comments section and let us know which sign surprised you the most. If you want to continue the journey to understanding yourself or an INFJ in your life, click either of the following videos, where we continue to unlock the secrets of the INFJ personality type.